Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys an inside look at Flashkids Grade 1 Math Skills. It's from Hardcore Family Learning. I'm going to be using this book as a summer homeschool curriculum for the kids, both Monique and David. David is going to be starting this book today. Well, he already started. There's a couple of pages that have some writing in it because he really wanted to get into it. But we are going to officially start this book today. We're going to be doing 2 pages, maybe a little more. It really depends on what David wants to do. The minimum that he has to do is 2 pages. If he wants to do 3 or he wants to do 4, I'll allow him because I want him to really love learning. And he is really good at math. Well, he's really good at a lot of things, but he's really good at math, and he's really excited to start this. Just an FYI, the birds are chirping really loudly, so I apologize for that. Let's just get started. I'll try to speak a little louder. So this is grade 1. I do have grade 2, but we won't be doing that until next year. And this is what the front says it covers. So you don't, like, let's say you're buying this book online. A lot of websites won't show you the inside, won't show you the content and what it focuses on completely, so you would just have this. So what it says here is addition, subtraction, fact family, estimation, counting money, telling time, and graph. So if you're going to be working on with your kids, this is what it working on this book with your kid. This is what you are going to be working on from what they think is the most important in this book. I will be using this book for David, and he is in kindergarten. Excuse me. But I do want to say that not only are the kids advanced in math in school overall, but I don't find this, the Flashkids series, to be an advanced curriculum. I find this to be either a book that you use for an advanced kindergartner who needs, more advanced work, and this will be good because it introduces a lot of the next grade or whatever grade you decide to get. So that will be good. It also is really good, and also, I'm out of breath. It's also really good for kids who are going to be entering 1st grade and who need a some type of like summer curriculum, like summer workbook, and you really just want to introduce things that they are going to be learning in 1st grade, but not completely teaching the whole thing. Also, this would be really good for kids who are going into 2nd grade and are either behind in math for 1st grade, or you want them to remember everything that they learned in 1st grade when it came to math. This would be a great book. You can use it any other grade. You can also use it maybe even earlier than kindergarten, or maybe even as old as 3rd grade. It really depends on your child. I'm using it with a kindergartner. He is officially done with homeschool kindergarten, so that's why I introduced this, because a lot of the stuff here, like 90%, I'm gonna say 80% of the stuff here, he already knows, and this is just mainly a review of things that he learned in kindergarten, and also introducing a lot, not a lot, but like a couple of things that I will talk about in the video that he does not know, or that he doesn't really know, that he doesn't know at all, or that, he's okay at. So let's just start off. This really colorful, as you see, really nice red. I wrote his name in the bottom here. It has a couple of little drawings. In the back, it says, this math skills workbook is designed to strengthen a young learner's ability to understand number in a variety of ways, featuring preferable pages, full color illustration. Sorry about me pronouncing things wrong. Clear examples, and lots of practice problems. This book will help your 1st grader develop the skills that he or she needs to become a confident problem solver. This workbook for 1st grade includes simple addition, simple subtraction, fact families, counting money, telling time, using graph, and problem-solving methods. So that is what this book offers from what the front and the back say. I found this book for, I think it was $6, but I know in christianbooks.com you can find it way cheaper. I think they range around $4, and sometimes they put it on sale so you can get it for really cheap. So that is what it covers in the front and in the back. This is the 1st page. The next page is for the parents. You can read this yourself. You can pause the video. I'll put it up here, or you can just read it if you read really fast. And this is the table of content. It has 7 units that it covers. This is not a spiral workbook. Spiral workbook means that they teach a certain thing and then they come back to it in other lessons. This one is what I call a mastery, and not really a mastery because this is not a complete curriculum, but in a way it is a mastery workbook because it focuses on certain thing and then it doesn't come back to it at all. It does have a review at the end of the unit, but it does not come back to it. I just wanted to let you guys know that. So let's say your child is working on addition in Unit 2. It won't come back to addition in Unit 7. That's the only time that your child will get addition. So that's why I say this is not a full curriculum. This is a workbook that you can give to your child if your child is having trouble or needs an introduction to first grade math, or is having trouble with first grade math, or just because your child likes doing math and you just want to give him this workbook. That is what this workbook is for. This is a supplement, not a full curriculum. I do have a full curriculum for the kids for when it comes to math for first grade. This is not it. This is a review. Okay, so let's start off. You can separate these units into weeks, or maybe you can separate it into months. It really depends on you. I just wrote weeks here because I want to let you guys know that you can separate this into for your child for weeks. So there'll be 7 weeks that they'll be working on for this. For David, like I mentioned in the beginning, if he wants to do more than 2 pages, he's allowed to. I'm not going to force him to. He can do as many pages as he wants in a day, but the minimum required pages is 2. So the first unit, it focuses on counting, and it focuses on counting from page 6 all the way to page 25. And here is what it focuses on: counting to 5, counting and numbering to 5, counting and numbering to 10, one more, one fewer, before and after, missing numbers, practice counting, skip counting, find a pattern, and then finally unit 1 review. I am going to show you what unit 1 covers right now, for you guys can see. So this is the first page. Again, really nice, really colorful, really cute for kids. Really simple. It starts not hard at all. Like I said, your kid in pre-K can even do this if he's, able to. I did notice that when it came to skip counting, they only focused on skip counting by 2. So just letting you guys know that if your child is going to work on this, they only work on skip counting by 2, no more, no less. Here is the patterns one. Really nice for kids, really cool. And here's the review. Sorry about skipping it. And here's the review that your child would do at the end of each unit. Well, not the specific one, but he would do it at the end of the unit. Okay, let's go back. Sorry, I need to cough. So let's hit unit 2. Unit 2 focuses on addition. Sums to 6, sum to 5, sum to 6, number sentences using a graph, sum to 10, sums of 10. Oh, sorry, I said that wrong. This is sum to 6 and sum of 6. Adding 0, doubles, and then a review. Oh, and that's from pages 26 to 41, if you guys did not catch that. So let's just go into unit 2 and I'll show you what the pages look like. Hopefully this is helping you determine whether or not you can buy this book. Really nice. And it shows them different way of doing addition. So for example, on this one, it has pictures that the child can count. But in this one, it actually has the child do the addition problem. So in the top, the child would write 3 circles, and then it would do 2 circles, and then they will add it up to be in the number that the equal. So that's different, really cool way. It also has them, the child actually write the numbers instead of telling it. Sometimes it does with blocks, with different, really, really cool. I really like that when it comes to the addition. Here's the graphing. This is sum to 10, and it also teaches the child that when it comes to addition and subtraction, well, addition in this case, it not only is written this way, but also that way. So really cool. Here's another way of doing addition. So again, I love the addition part here. And same thing with subtraction. And here's the unit review. Really nice. Now let's hit subtraction. It focuses on subtract 1, 2, 3, and 0. Difference from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fact families to 5. Fact families to 8, and then finally a unit review. This is pages 42 to 55. Let's head there. So this is unit 3, again, which focuses on subtraction. Gives the child the number line, which a lot of kids need. Monique is a child that really depends on a number line. So right now we are doing subtraction, and I'm not giving her a number line because I really want her to not only learn how to do a subtraction addition with her head, with a number line, sorry, but also with her head. So this is what it shows. So number lines, crossing them out, writing the subtraction. Here's more, crossing out, then finding the answer. Really, really nice. Here's the fact families that your child is going to be working on, and it gives them an example. So your child is not just like, you're not giving it to your child and then be like, what am I supposed to do here, mom or dad or whoever is teaching them? You can help them learn why this is the way that you do it, and then they can do it all by themselves. You can help them. But here's the unit review for subtraction, which is unit 3. Now let's head to unit 4, sorry about that, which focuses on place value and number sense. Numbers to 19, tens, 10 more, 10 and 1 to 20, 30, 40, and 50, group of 10, guess and check, tens and ones to 100, missing numbers, before and after, comparing numbers, using estimation, and finally, again, a unit review. This unit goes from page 56 to 77. So let's go there. Sorry, I'm trying to find 56. Okay, so here is unit 4, place value and number sense. Really nice. David knows what place values are because I taught him a little bit of it, but he's going to enjoy this. As you see, he did a couple of the questions here. I had him do one in each page because he didn't want to stop. Here's a group of 10, guess and check, which is really interesting. I didn't teach the kids that. Here's tens and ones to 100s, missing numbers, before and after, comparing numbers. David knows a little bit of how to do it, but again, I didn't go in depth with it in kindergarten, so hopefully I can teach him, at least how to do it a little bit for when he hits first grade. He won't have too much trouble. Here is using estimation, which is really fun. And then finally, the unit 4 review, as you guys can see. And then let's head into unit 5, which focuses on money, pennies, nickels and pennies, dimes and pennies, pennies, nickels and dimes, money equivalent, show how much, using logic, and finally a unit 5 review. This unit goes from page 78, sorry about that, to page 93. So let's go to page 78. So here is unit 5, which focuses on money, really colorful as always. And focus please. Here is pennies, nickels and pennies. Again, this is just like really fast. This is not a full curriculum. As you see, it just focuses on pennies, and then it goes straight into nickels, and then straight into dimes, and I don't know if it goes over quarters. Let's see. From right now, I do not see going over quarters. So if you want your child to learn quarters, you will have to add an additional workbook or lesson plan. So here's the unit review for money. Really fast, really small lesson actually. I think it's one of the smallest. I may be wrong, so let's actually check. Yes, it's actually time and money are really small. So next one is unit 6, which focuses on time. It goes over parts of a clock, hours, telling time, hours, complete a pattern, half hours, telling time, half hours, using logic, and unit 6 review. Oh, and it goes from page 94 to 107. So let's go to page 94. Here it is. And okay, it tells you a little like sentence where you can read to your child. And here's the clock, the minute hand, the hour hand, and then the numbers. I definitely recommend to not start this book if your child does not know how to skip count by 5. If your child does not know how to skip count by 5, it's going to be a little tricky to teach time. Just letting you know. So if you're going to be using this as an advanced kindergarten workbook, have your child learn to skip count by 5, and then maybe you can start this book. Same thing if you're starting this book with a child who's starting first grade, and you just want the child to review things. This is also a must. Have the child know how to skip count by 5. I believe they should know how to do that already in kindergarten, but a lot of kids don't, or some schools don't teach it. So here's what the clock looks like, really colorful. Different ways of teaching time is here, but it doesn't go in depth with this, so it's a little bit of a mastery effect, not a completely mastery effect. So it's kind of like a mastery / spiral in a way, but not really. Here it is. Really fun. You can also even have your child tell you the time in the little pictures, which will be fun for him or her. So here's the Unit 6 review. Pretty easy, not too hard at all. And then I believe the final one is geometry and measurements. And it goes over solid figures, plane figures, congruence, I believe, symmetry, using a table, measuring non-standard unit, measuring inches, using an inch ruler, measuring centimeters, using a centimeter ruler, guess and check, and then finally a Unit 7 review. And it goes from page 108 to page 125. And lastly, in red here, you have the answer key. So you do not need a teacher's manual to use this workbook, because that's the answer keys red and behind it. So let's go to page 108. So here it is. It's page 108 starts Unit 7. Here is solid figures. Really fun, really cool. Plane figures. It also has your child write the names of the shape. So if your child does not know how to spell yet, you can have them look here. I think that's what I may do if they're having trouble. Here is congruence, which I think is going to be a little tricky for them, but it's going to be fun as well. This is symmetry. Here we have using a table. Here then we start with measurements. And I will be giving the kids rulers because they are going to need it like around here. Oh, sorry, not straight. Using ruler for centimeters. Okay. Here is the Unit 7 review. It reviews everything that they learned in Unit 7. And then finally, answer key. Here you have the answer keys to all of the answers in the book. And that is it. It has how many pages? 128 pages all the way through. And that is what Math Skills Grade 1 from Flashkids is covering. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about the book, maybe I missed something, let me know in the comments below and I will definitely answer you as quick as possible. I am going to hopefully post my Instagram down below if you guys can follow my homeschool journey. If I don't, it's escaping, and that's not my Instagram. That's my travel Instagram. It's ECA Homeschool with the little like line in the bottom. Not like in the middle, like in the bottom. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll try to link it down below. If I don't, I'll let you guys know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye-bye.